This just in, we've got a. This just in, we've got a. This just in, we've got a special reading report. We've got word from who. I told you who. It's who. I told you who. That'd be Mr. Michael John Smith, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't just read that off that gravestone. I served with them on the. No wait, that is me. I'm in my rocket ship. I'm looking off the outside window. When I see though, what do I see? Can you turn the music on, diggity down? This is an important story. Back when he served on the Kitty Hawk, the attack squadron E, he was like so incredibly. He was the biggity best. He was the best at squadron pilot, obviously. Otherwise, they'd be putting someone else on the super tickety test pilot school. This was the operation linebacker, remember? Anyway, back to present. This is 1986. We finally have a 1986. That's right. He's thinking about his wife, Jane, his 3 children, Scott, Allison, and Aaron, all sitting there. Have faith. They have so much faith in the crew, the abilities. I know the temperature recommendations came in, but came in at 60 degrees, so there's no right answer. No matter what, he would have lost his job. He could have said 20 degrees. He could have said 80 degrees. 60 degrees, that's not achievable. They just never launched it at 60 degrees. They way higher, but these are the guys who know it's literally their job. Oh my gosh, never mind, we gotta go, because I looked out the wiggly window there, and I saw the sad stack. The sad stack was still trying to de-ice on this side. The sad stack? What? You put your faith in the sad sack, still trying to diggity de-ice? Are you kidding me? That's like the wiggly worst idea in the entire wiggly world. Wiki. The sad sack out there de-icing. They're gonna try to blame the temperatures. He's still out there banging on the side trying to de-ice. You think the O-rings are going to be able to... You think the O-rings after you got the sad sack, and they're going to sit there and biggity blame absolutely everybody. Everybody's going to take responsibility, even if they have no piggity part. They're all going to feel so biggity bad. They're going to take one liggity look. They're going to say one liggity look at the 3 little chickadee children of who? Of Mr. the 3 chickadee children of who? Scott, Allison, Eric, Jane's bawling her eyes out. Jane's bawling her eyes out. We're biggity back to Moscow. What happened? Biggity back to biggity Moscow. This is Riza, biggity penjoel on the beat. His beat's so incredible that this guy's impeccable. He's got the biggity super diggity weekly chickadee championship, world chickadee championship ring, beating out everybody, period. And not only is that, he's the biggity, they put a ribbon on him because he's got the biggity best diggity dress, ladies and jiggly, super diggity do bras, the wiggly chicken chest. Up against Alexander Beleavsky, Slovenian. He's a Slovenian. Then why was he the 1974 Russian chess champion if he's Slovenian? Anyway, biggity back to biggity Moscow. Back in biggity Moscow, 1974 style. Nope, they on TV, actually 1986. Biggity back in 1986. Biggity back when they were biggity blasting off Mr. Michael John Smith. Oh my giggly. He spent the tickety time being a Navy test pilot, obviously. That's pretty risky. Astronaut's not that risky compared to Navy tickety test pilot, especially around that tickety when they're going for the jet aircraft. Anyway, Beliavsky, he's in the biggity black, gonna be actually up Antoly Karpov in the wiggly white. Who's gonna be absolutely, might be victory for Antoly Karpov, but he's up against the 1974 chicken chess champion of biggity Russia. No easy feat. Seriously, I can smell my feet from here. They actually quite sticky. I need to be wearing socks more often. Anyway, biggity back to the chicken chess commentary. This is good. Boom, bop, boom, biddy, hop, bop, beam, badoo, bop, playing the name of the song by who? Riza. And then we've got Biggity Bread on the first tickety track. Actually, that was a pretty good tickety. Anyway, biggity back to the chicken chess. Give me more commentary, please. Actually, I need to be biggity rhyme more. Chicken chess, biggity blitz style. Chicken chess, biggity blitz style. This is me absolutely indubitably enjoying the giggly taste of lining goes white mocha stout. I got me some ham sandwiches weekly wait for me over the freaking fridge, hopefully. Unless my biggity brother always drinking on my biggity brewski. Sad sack. Sad sack. You gotta be blaming on the sack, but that's the diggity truth. You could have recommended any number of diggity temperatures that the O-rings might not be actually liggity lost in, but seriously gonna lose down regardless, G, because it's sad sack, and you just gotta roll your eyes about that. Anyway, Mr. Smith looking out the wiggly window on the wiggly wing down over there. He sees maybe a goblin, a gremlin. What could it be? He's over there thinking he's in the Twilight Zone, but he realizes it's just sad sack. Hey, what are you doing still de-icing out there? Bang, bang. What are you doing still icing? Bang, bang. Oh, I'm just trying to carry around my potatoes.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now,
next up we got Piggity. I tried to go out there giggly.
Let an expert do your taxes. Pay only $150.
Oh man, you know how many Piggity beats I could get? I could get like 10. No, I can't count that incredibly high. I could get 5 at least. I could get 5 with Piggity Super Diggity MF Piggity Doom Style Biggity Beats from Paul Fix 2. Obviously, you need to check them out too. There's a paulfixmusic at gmail.com. That's who you gotta be paid to get this Biggity Beat. I bet you if you go out there and buy 5, he'll give you 5 for free. OMG, seriously? That's indubitably what I Biggity predict. Anyway, Biggity back to. Did you guys see that USS Kitty? They took the entire thing of Wiggly. That was the Biggity best aircraft carrier of all diggity time. Operation linebacker in Vietnam back in probably the 70s. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 86. Who lost their queen? Somebody's, I heard a scream. Who lost their queen? Somebody. Oh my giggly gosh, it's Antoly Karpov. Liggity lost the quiggly queen. This is gonna be very quiggly. Wow! Very quiggly. Wow! Super diggity. Very quickly, wow! Nope, wait, nope. Never mind, guys. That's Antoly Karpov's queen out there dominating everything. She's like, wow, the Antoly Karpov's the biggity best dress, best chest, best everything. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I was. Ha! Not likely. He's the victory, chickity, wiggity world, chickity chest, chickity champion. You got a 1974 ring on your finger for the Russian chickity chest, so that's the same thing as the wiggly world champion. However, Antoly Karpov, he dances in. I've never seen a hair out of place. I was actually looking for a photograph where Mikhail Paul's not smoking a cigarette. It was very difficult to find one, but I could not find a single hair out of biggity place on the head of Antoly Karpov to this diggity day, and I dug up his grave if he's even diggity D-E-A-D. Ladies, but whose grave was that? I don't know. I just too incredibly jelly of the hair, yo. That guy, seriously, I looked out there with AI, tried to find a biggity picture of him with the hair out of biggity place. Mikhail Tall, that's easy. It's harder to find one where he's not eating a candy cigarette. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's gonna be the GG. Obviously, it's gonna be Antoly Karpov. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank Michael J. Smith for piloting. I want to thank I want to thank everybody else on board. I want to thank Sad Sack, because he lost his life too. We all think that just because it's his fault he doesn't suffer. He died too. At least he doesn't have to carry sacks of taters for you. Sad Sack. Sad Sack. Thank you to Jane and the 3 children, Scott, Allison, and Aaron. Thank you to Paul Fix Music. My father told me, bye, son. I only showing my butt there. What a biggity rooski. That's me over there with my biggity badooski. Always biggly and wonder what I liggity look like. I was like, who? I tried to use the image of who? Of Ernie Biggity Baltazar, a man from Manila. But then suddenly, I realized I could never have a own birthday bonanza named after me. Are you kidding me? Not even dead. He super got a better attorney than you and me and everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to John Barraza 23 for letting me razz you all the tickety time, ladies and boys and bison, bison, chicken, bison, chicken, bison, chicken, bison.